What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a quick market update just to keep the Candle Mafia in the loop on what I'm thinking about Bitcoin. So we're going to take a look at the charts here in just a second as Bitcoin has taken a little bit of a tumble. We have eaten up a little bit of the gains that we have made yesterday. But before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of these urgent market updates that we upload to the channel. So without further ado, guys, Bitcoin is moving pretty quickly, so let's jump right into the charts. So we're here on the Bitcoin chart. Now we're gonna start here on the 6-day because I do think that due to some signals popping up on some of these longer time frames, I do think that we could have a sustained relief bounce. Granted, we are taking a little bit of a dump right now, but I do think this pump could sustain itself. And I'm gonna show you guys some things on the longer time frames that do support the idea of a bigger relief bounce coming in at some point very, very soon. Now, starting here on the weekly, I've covered this on the channel very much, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. We do have the weekly VWAP coming up towards that zero line, so it's definitely a bullish thing when you have the VWAP getting that close to the zero line. I would expect to print a green dot here. Now, if you come back to 2018, you can see here that when we got our green dot on the momentum wave as well as below the momentum wave in the 2018 bear market, it did basically mark the bottom here. So I do think we can have this happen in the next week or two. Now, if obviously we have, we could get rejected at the zero line. There's many things that can happen here, but I would expect in about a week or two, we could possibly be printing that green dot. So keep an eye out for that. That's a bullish puzzle piece number one. Now moving down to the 6-day, same thing. We are actually currently printing a green dot, two green dots on the 6-day chart. One on the momentum wave, one below the momentum wave. This is our second bullish puzzle piece. Again, similar to the weekly chart, if you come back to the 2018 bear market, last time, we did have a green dot right here, which basically marked the bottom of our fake little bull run right here, our fake little 2019 bull run. It did, our weekly double green dot here marks the bottom of that little dump. Granted, we did get the March 2020 dump, but that was a black swan, so it's kind of something that doesn't happen very often, so I'm going to negate that, but it did call the bottom of this little fake bull run that we had here. And then the time we had it before that, we had the double green dots here in 2018, and it almost called the bottom to a T. So definitely a very, very bullish puzzle piece here that we are printing this green dot on the 6-day. And the 5-day as well is printing a green dot. So this is looking pretty good, guys. Looking like we are forming some kind of a bottom here. Now, I don't want to go 100% and call this is the bottom of the bear market, but we are definitely at least finding a short-term bottom here, if not the actual bottom. So 5-day green dot, same deal here. Last time we had a 5-day green dot, almost called the bottom of the 2018 bear market to a T. So there's a whole bunch of bullish puzzle pieces right there on the higher time frames, but what you have to remember is the longer time frames do take a little bit longer to play out, so we can see volatility before seeing these green dots play out. Now, again, I just want to reinforce to you guys that you don't want to just trade based off of these green dots. I know a lot of people think with Market Cypher, if you see a green dot, you buy and then you make money. It doesn't always work like that. They mark a bottom, not the bottom. You want to remember that, especially in a bear market. You want to take these green dots with a grain of salt, but when they're happening on such a long time frame, these could actually be marking bottoms. So definitely worth keeping an eye on here. Now, obviously, we do have to confirm these dots. They are just printing, not confirmed yet. Our 5-day does have 3 days and 8 hours left to confirm. Our 6-day does have 4 days and 8 hours to confirm. So you want to keep that in mind. Now, on the daily, you can see our money flow. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. Our money flow is starting to come up, looking like it could be forming a bottom here. We came down and now we are starting to come up. So, we could see the money flow wave come up like that. Another reason we could be finding a short-term bottom here. And you want to remember, from a macro point of view, you want to realize that we are sitting on top of very strong macro support here. We have this golden pocket, which is acting as very strong support. And we also had those previous 9 red weekly candles. If you go to regular candles, let me turn off market cipher A. We did have that massive dump here with the 9 red weekly candles. Finally printing a green one here, but when you get this much pain, this many red weekly candles in a row, generally you are due for a little bit of a bounce. Now, going back to the Heikin Ashi candles, let's come down to the 4-hour. If we do continue to see a pump, where do I think we are headed? Let's go over that right now. So if we were to continue this pump, I do think there is a very, very good chance that we could maybe bounce at this level. And we're going to touch on this price action in just a second. But if we were to, hypothetically bounce right here, and we could get above these resistance levels here, sitting pretty strong at about 32K. If we can get above 32K, flip that into support and start working our way up, I think our next stop is going to be right here at about 35K, this white box right here. Now, there's a lot of confluence here making this very strong support. It is a 382 Fibonacci level. Now, if you come over to the 6 and the 8-hour chart, we do have the 200 moving average that will be coming down. If we were to kind of just continue this out, it will be coming in this area. So just another reason why we might bounce. If we don't make it all the way up here, we might bounce off that 200 moving average on the 6 and the 8-hour chart. So you want to remember that is coming down. You do have some confluence there. Going to be a pretty strong level. It is a Fibonacci level. So you just want to keep that in mind. I think that would be a good target for a long if you do end up entering any long positions. 35K is my first target. If we are able to somehow break through this and flip this to support, I will be looking closer to the 37 to 38K range to retest this long-term downtrending, this long downward trending line we have here. Let's come to the daily so we could zoom out and see it a little better. I do think in the best case scenario, I do think there is a chance that we could come up and test this. And if you want the absolute most bullish case possible, if we break out of this downtrend here, you will have the 200-day moving average probably continuing down like that. We could reject off of that, and that is coming in at about between 40 and 41K. I think that's a little bit less likely of a situation to go down, but it is a possibility that is there. So those are kind of first target 35K. Let's see if we can get past there before we start looking at these higher targets. But I just wanted to give you guys a ballpark of what I would be expecting. Now, let's go down to the lower time frames here. Let's come to the 1 hour and just kind of dissect this price action that is going on right now. Let's come down to the 2 hour here and talk about this current price action that we're seeing right now. Now, I did alert this in the Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord, there is a link down in the description below. It's completely free. It's completely free. We have a good community of traders in there sharing their technical analysis, learning from each other. I hop in there. I chat with you guys. I give my TA in there as well if you want to keep up to date. If I don't have time to make a video or something, I do throw my TA in there in a pinch. And I will get in there and I chat with you guys and let you guys know what I'm thinking. I like to see what you guys are thinking, and everybody's learning from each other. So definitely check that link out in the description below. Again, it's completely free. So I did put this in the Discord earlier. Today, we were forming a diamond top pattern. Now, typically with these patterns, I don't typically trade patterns. I'm not a big pattern trader. Not because you can totally trade patterns. I've said this before. It's just not my thing. Some traders just gravitate towards different stuff. I do look at patterns, but I typically use them for confirmation, or if I see them forming, it'll kind of give me the basis to, if I see a bearish pattern forming, I'll start to look for bearish confirmations, right? So I don't just trade based off of patterns, but I do use them. So we did have a diamond top pattern forming right here, on multiple time frames, but here we are on the 2 hour. This is a reversal pattern, right? So when you see these forming at resistance, typically they break to the downside, and when you see them forming at support, typically they break to the upside. So I did call this on the Discord. Hopefully you guys were able to catch that before it happened. It actually wound up, we wicked down a lot as I was writing the TA and sending the screenshots. But as you can see, if you take the swing high to the swing low right here to measure the move, and you bring it to the end of the pattern here, you will see it brings us right down to this red box, which is essentially exactly what happened. It happened exactly as we thought. So now, This red box is very important for two reasons. Number one, it's been heavy resistance in the past. Anybody can see that, right? But it is also our value area high when you pull the volume, use your fixed range volume profile tool and drag it from the 11th of May to the current price action. This was our 15-day boring range that we were just moving up and down in, binging and bonging. Now that is our value area high. If you guys want to learn how to use this fixed range volume profile tool, and I am telling you right now, this is like a cheat sheet for trading. If you want to learn how to use it, put it right up here at the top of the video. You can click there to check it out. I will also put the link in the description. You can check it out after this video. But this blue line, the value area high, acts as strong resistance and can act as support if you are able to flip it. So that was our target for the breakdown of this diamond pattern, and we did come right down to it. Now, if we wind up losing this value area high, I would expect to get a deeper move down towards this point of control right here, this red line. So this is the next range I will be watching between the point of control, that red line, and this macro golden pocket. This is where I would be looking for price to come if we wind up losing this value area high. So I do think we would probably come somewhere, this point of control, this red line could act as support, so we could come down there like that. But if we break down, we're probably gonna be coming back into this range down here. So these are some levels that I am keeping an eye on. Now, I am gonna be transparent about this. I put this in the Discord. I am probably not going to take this trade, but if you were looking for shorts, I would wait to see if you could come down and then retest this box right here as resistance, and then look to short down towards this point of control red line right here. Again, not financial advice. I am honestly most likely not going to take that trade. I am actually hunting for longs. I'm looking to close the rest of my short trades out so I can start looking for longs. But nonetheless, there is that opportunity possibly coming up here. So look for that bearish retest of this support and resistance zone right here. Speaking of my trades, let's go ahead and pull it up here. ETH trade, I'm about 75% out of this position. I left a little bit in, up about 72%. Looking to close out the rest of this here probably pretty soon, if not right after this video. And that will be my last short. I will be out of my last short, hunting for longs, guys. So if you guys remember, I was saying that, I wasn't FOMOing into this long because it's not what you want to do. If you FOMO'd into this long, you would have gotten wrecked here. So you always want to wait for that pullback. That's why controlling your emotions is very important. You don't want to get overexcited, have too much FOMO, and just FOMO into these trades, because typically you'll FOMO in at this area and then you'll just get dumped on. So, finally, we did get the pullback, and I will be looking for long trades here. I'm gonna make sure we don't lose this level. If we come down to the super, super low time frames, you can see we are starting to lose this red box. So this is kind of what I was talking about. If we can bounce here and get a bearish retest of this box, might be a shorting opportunity there. Not financial advice, and again, just to be transparent, I'm probably not going to take that trade. I'm being very, very careful, being that I do think we can pump, in the near future. I'm looking to be pretty conservative with my shorts, so I'm going to more be hunting for longs at this point. But I just wanted to point that out. If you were looking for shorts, you might want to wait for that bearish retest of that red box. And then, another reason why this level is very, very strong as well, not only are you at your value area high right here, but if you go ahead and grab your Fibonacci retracement and you grab it from here, I guess we can go from this little swing low to the high. You do have, you have your 786 fib level that falls about in the middle of this box, and then you do have a golden pocket right above it. So that is another reason why I did think this was a pretty strong level. But nonetheless, we are breaking through it right now. So just be ready to see if, wait for that bearish retest of the value area high or the bottom of this red box, basically the same level. You could wait for the bearish retest to see if we could come down towards that point of control. As you guys know, if you watch the channel, the point of control does act as a magnet. So if we do come back below this value area high, chances are we will get sucked back towards that point of control. About a 4.3% move. Throw a little bit of leverage on that. Not going to be too bad of a gain. But again, I'm not taking that trade, most likely. So, and not financial advice. I just wanted to point it out to you guys. So guys, again, definitely go check out that video linked in the description below if you want to learn how to use the fixed range volume profile. And make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of these great videos. And with all that being said, guys, that's all I got for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah.